What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about news out of Columbus, and it's about Sergei Bobrovsky and that there was an unknown incident as far as we know. I'm recording this about 12 o'clock noon on Thursday. As far as we know now, it's an unknown incident that happened between Bobrovsky and the Columbus Blue Jackets. So we're going to get into some stuff here. So first off, I want to read some of the, explanation behind the move, because Columbus released a statement, and then there's some comments from John Tortorella. He did some media availability this morning, so we'll take a look at that. So basically what's being said here is that, like I mentioned, Bobrovsky won't be traveling with the team on Thursday for their game against the Nashville Predators, according to their GM Jarmo Kekalainen. So he basically said in the statement that there are certain expectations and values that we have established for our players that define our culture, and an incident occurred in which Sergei failed to meet those expectations and values, so we made the decision that he would not be with the team for tonight's game. That this is an internal matter between the team, which obviously that, we're all discussing this, and they had a press release. Something's going to come out, and there's going to be more to this, we know. And he also stated that we will have no further comment at this time. So my comment there in the middle there, he didn't say that, but we all know that something else is going to come out. So John Tortorella didn't elaborate either. Basically, he said that he declined any questions about Bobrovsky playing his last game with Columbus, and that's why I wanted to make this video. I doubt that's the case. They said he's going to practice on Friday, which is obviously tomorrow, but this is not good, because Bobrovsky is clearly a good goaltender, but there's a lot of things that we have to discuss, and a Pierre LeBrun tweet summed this up quite nicely. Bobrovsky and Tortorella haven't really seen eye to eye. They haven't really been close, and now this happened. He's a pending UFA, which means that if he wants to walk, he can go for free at the end of the season. He has a no-trade clause right now, so if Columbus felt like they wanted to trade him, he would have to waive it first. And I don't know, he's saying, will this cause a trade or will it simmer down? Now, the Blue Jackets enter today with a record of 24-15-3, and they're third in the Metro Division. So they're still a good team. Bobrovsky clearly is their #1 goaltender. He's a great goaltender. Today they had to call up Jean-Francois Berube from AHL to back up Korpisalo for tonight's game. But, Bobrovsky, two-time Vezina winner. He's a great goaltender. He has an 18-13-1 record with a 2.87 goals against average and a 9.06 save percentage. So not the best numbers, but still good numbers. And we know as the season goes on, he could get much better. We do know he's very good. This is weird. Because there's also something in here that came from The Athletic, that after last season, Bobrovsky basically said that he talked about the situation with the Blue Jackets, and they know his plans, they know what he wants to do in the future. So this could mean he's given them a dollar amount that he would like if he was to stay in Columbus. This is just my guess. And if they don't give him that number, maybe he's going to test the open market. And that's fair, because he is a free agent. He has the right to test the open market. But this situation here is not good for either side, because there were some tweets also, people were saying from TSN that maybe when he was pulled, I believe he was pulled in his last start, I can't remember, but somebody was saying that he didn't return to the bench after being pulled. Again, I didn't watch that game, so I have no idea if that's actually the case. Some people were debating on whether or not that was the case. So that could be the incident. It could have been an argument behind the scenes. It could have been him just not showing up to something. I have no idea. That for now, it's an unknown incident, like I said. But apparently in the summer there was a meeting between him, the GM, and maybe Panarin, or at least a meeting between him and his agent and the GM, Jarmo Kekalainen, and apparently he didn't report for that. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but there's that. Like I mentioned before, the coaching stuff, him and Tortorella aren't getting along. This situation, he's a UFA. It's not looking good for Columbus, and this would be an easier situation for Columbus if they weren't a good team. But because of the fact that they're a good team, they want to hold on to Bobrovsky because he's good. And it's the same situation for Panarin, although it looks like, there's no real issues that we can see right now between them. But from all accounts, it looks like both of them are going to walk at the end of the season. I have no idea how this gets resolved to the point where Bobrovsky signs a massive 7 or 8 year deal and stays on with Columbus long term. I think Bobrovsky's gone after this year. I think Panarin's gone. I think he really wants to go back to Chicago or play in New York for a big market team. So this is going to be a crazy situation. We're going to have to see what happens. But as far as we know right now, Bobrovsky and Columbus aren't seeing eye to eye. We'll have to see if this results in a trade. Again, he would have to waive that no-move clause. This is all just speculation right now. But when you internally suspend a player, your own team, you're basically suspending him for one day. If he is going to practice tomorrow, we will see. I'll keep updating videos with it if it needs to be made. For now, I thought I would give my thoughts on this situation because this isn't good for Columbus. It really isn't. It's not good for them because they want to keep these guys, but it looks like both of them are going to walk at the end of the season. And if they start to pull away from a playoff spot or something like that towards February 25th, maybe they got to figure out a way to move on from these guys. And that might hurt for Columbus fans because some teams know that they're there. They're a good team, but do you really have a shot at that Stanley Cup? I think Columbus is a team that, if they did add to this already impressive team, they would be a team that you could say, okay, in the playoffs, they could step it up. But if Columbus doesn't feel like they want to take that risk and they want to bank in on getting all these picks and prospects and roster players, Panarin and Bobrovsky would be two of the nicest guys out there to grab for your team for a playoff run. And by nicest, I mean talent-wise. Obviously, I don't know them personally, but we'll have to see what happens. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for 4,000. And yeah, make sure to click that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Thanks for the support and for 4K. Peace.